Hello YouTube, Josh from Team Collector Store. I'm going to be doing a Banlist discussion slash prediction video. We're going to be discussing some cards that should be banned, cards that should be limited, semi-limited, or unlimited, and then cards that should just come off the list altogether. So we're going to start with cards that should be banned right away, in my opinion. I'd like to see evenly matched get hit. I'd like to see it banned. Card is a blowout, and it's not a card that should be in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh. It's kind of a card like Exodon Knight. It's a game changer, and it's hard to come back from if you get evenly matched. I understand why it's in the game, but it's not healthy for the game. So that's a card that I think should be banned. Cards I like to see to go to 1. Oh, that was the only card I like to see banned, by the way. Cards I want to see hit the 1. Ash Blossom. It's also a blowout. It's hard to come back from. It's a very expensive card, so players that do not have the money to get these cards have a hard time competing if they do not have the Ash Blossom. So that card should be hit or reprinted. I don't think it's going to be hit unless it does get reprinted soon. So it might not be hit for a while still, but that's a card I'd like to see it hit the 1. Also with the hand traps, I'd like to see Ciphering Gear Gamma hit the 1. It's a 1-card Omega or other synchros, and it's a blowout. It stops your opponent, stops all their plays and lets you go off, even during their turn. So it's kind of a broken card. Another card I'd like to see hit is Spiral Resort. Grinder Golem should also get hit to 1. There's a lot of combos and stuff that you could do with Grinder Golem, and it'll break the game basically. So Grinder Golem should definitely get hit to 1. Along with Grinder Golem, Firewall Dragon, because Firewall Dragon has way too many combos, and it's really a game changer. For a player who has Firewall and does a combo is probably going to win the game. So put it to 1. Most players only play 1 anyway, so it's not even that big a deal. Put it to 1. Another card is kind of controversial is Anti-Spell. It's a card that's been in the game for a long time. It's kind of overpowered for people that play Pendulum decks or have spell-based decks and they don't have the immediate out to the Anti-Spell. So player who's all Anti-Spell against those kind of decks kind of just blows them out and wins, right there. So that's a card I'd like to see hit. Plus they have Imperial Order, so that's really another stopper to the Pendulum decks. Also to 1, I'd like to see Scapegoat. There's a lot of combos with that goes along with the Firewall thing. Scapegoat kind of makes a lot of plays and link-based decks really overpowered, and it's hard to come back and hard to stop. Cards I like to see go to 2 or 3, possibly. These cards don't really affect the meta right now, but if they go to 2 or 3, I think some decks will be able to bounce back and compete better, such as Rhoda. So if they put Rhoda to 2 or 3, I feel like some hero decks would pop up in top cuts of YCSs and big events like that. And I like to see Rhoda come back to 3 because Teller Knight's my favorite deck. So it's a personal favorite of mine, personal choice. I'd like to see Reinforcement of the Army go to 2 or 3. The next 2 or 3, I think Bottomless, the 2 would be okay. I think the OCG has it at 3, and it's not really doing a whole lot. But we'll see. There's probably a reason why it's not at 3 here, but it's not really being used at all. So if it's put the 2 or 3, maybe it'll be used a little more, and it'll be a meta-relevant card again. Going along with Bottomless, I'd like to see Torrential go to 2 or 3. That's a little more out there because it's a blowout card again. Konami shouldn't be having blowout cards, but Torrential's not that crazy as it used to be. So I'd like to see that go to 2 or 3. Also Book of Moon, 2 or 3. You can't really Book of Moon. You can't Book of Moon Link Monsters. And the game's going in that kind of direction where Link Monsters are the thing or you lose. So Book of Moon to 2 or 3 wouldn't really, I don't think it'll have a huge effect on the game. Another card I like to see go to 2 is Sacrifice. Clifford Sacrifice. It's a deck that's like dead now, and I know they're getting a Future Link monster, and a card like that, it'll give players more incentive to play the deck when that new sport comes out. So yeah, Sacrifice the 2. Also, with the new sport coming out, Inzectors should get Dragonfly or Hornet, the 2 or 3. I think they're both at 1 right now, but I think if one or the other go to 2 or 3 or both, the deck will be very competitive again, which will be really nice. Another card that's, I think that 1 for some reason is Night of Seance. The card's not doing anything. It should go to 2. So I'll just stop there with that one. And then here's some cards that I think should go back to 1, at least. They're all on the ban list right now. Let's go Construct. I feel like should have Construct back. It'll make that deck a little more competitive. I don't think it'll be like breaking, meta tier 1, tier 0 deck, but I think it'll be a fun deck that you could play and at regionals or whatever. It'll be a fun deck if Construct comes back to 1. Along with that, Zen Mighty, what's that deck called? Windups are getting more support. And it's like a glass cannon deck, so if you stop their plays, they're kind of dead. They can't really do a whole lot. So I think Zen Mighty to 1, maybe even 2 would be okay. Some other cards I have are Extronite. I know I said cards that blow out are kind of broken for the game, but if you ban Evenly Matched, Extron could come back, and I don't think it'll do as good as Evenly Matched. It definitely doesn't banish all your opponent's stuff, so it's not anywhere near as good, but it's another game changer. But the game needs at least one card that's like a game changer like that. So Extron to 1 would be nice. Another personal pick of mine, I'd like to see Talmice to 1. I feel like the deck would be using their, like back in the day whenever we had Talmice and we were about to get Infinity, everyone was hyping up Talonite. So I'd like to see that again because I want to see Talonite be a competitive deck again at some point. Another card, I don't think this will have any effect on the meta, but I don't know because I don't know Perform Mages. I think Damage Juggler to 1 would be okay. It's like you banish it from your graveyard or search your card. Big whoop, okay? It's not that good, honestly. Damage Juggler to 1 would be okay. And these final 4 cards I have here are pretty controversial. Any one of them could come back to 1 at some point, or they just stay on the ban list forever. I don't know yet. I think Monster Reborn to 1 would be fine for the game. The OCG has it, and I mean, it's not that crazy of a card. I think it's a good card, and I think it should be back to 1. Another card, personal pick of mine, another one, Premature Burial. We have so many outs to equip spells now. I feel like Premature Burial wouldn't do anything in the meta. So, Premature Burial to 1. I feel like that would be okay. This is going off the OCG here. Harpy's Feather Duster. Not that we need it because we have a lot of stuff coming out. And a lot of stuff that's currently out that gets rid of back row. But Harpy's Feather Duster is another card that could potentially come back to 1. And then the final card I have is Pot of Avarice. And I know that Gusto Emerald's banned, but I feel like Pot of Avarice won't have any impact if it comes back to 1. I think the OCG has it at 2 or 3. And I don't think it's doing anything over there. But the thing is, you have to target 5 monsters. It's not just, it can't be any 5 cards like Jar of Avarice. But you draw 2 cards. So it's not even that, it's good because you draw 2 cards, but I don't think it'll have a huge impact on the meta. So, yeah. Those are the cards I feel like should be hit, limited, semi-limited, or unlimited, or cards that should come off the list. If you feel like I missed anything, please comment it. And let me know what you guys think about the ban list prediction, or what you think should be hit and what should be not. Josh from Team Collector Store signing out.